my God. Yesterday, a few people sent me this. It was like the funniest tweet I'd ever seen. And I quote from TechCrunch. Epic Games founder Tim Sweeney likens the fight against Apple to the fight for civil rights.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
That's right. Tim Sweeney, the owner of Epic, a billionaire now because of Fortnite. Fortnite makes like, what, $4 billion a year or some loony crap? Every week, Fortnite wasn't on the Apple Store. It was losing $28 million a week. Tim Sweeney, Epic Games is now worth at least $17 billion. Tim Sweeney, his fight against Apple is like the fight for civil rights. Welcome to 2020, where nothing makes sense. You see, truth is stranger than fiction because fiction has to make sense, not the truth. Now, if you read the article, it's the usual rigmarole. Earlier, Apple announced that it would reduce the Apple Store commissions for smaller businesses that develop earnings less than $1 million per year to pay a 15% commission on the App Store purchase. Still, that seems like a lot to me. I agree with this Sweeney weenie. And it's a 30% commission for people who make more than $1 million on their App Store, which still seems like a lot. Let's face it, Apple is dickish. You will get no argument from me. Epic Games and Tim Sweeney aren't that far off in my personal opinion. They're constantly getting exclusives on games that force everybody else to wait a year to play them. Because listen, I don't feel like joining the Epic Store and going through this crap. Then there was the whole 10-cent debacle. I can't even fully remember it. Don't even want to care to look it up type of crap. And the fact that they were attempting to twist gamers' arms to force us to join the Epic Store. No, Dad, I'm not a console gamer. You're not going to make me suck your butt and say more, Daddy Sakurai, please. That's not how it works. So for me, it's a little funny, almost hypocritical. It's like, dude, you do some stuff too. But granted, they have a lower pay for developers on the Epic Store, but what does it matter? Nobody cared about Hades until it was on Steam. Like a year later, all of a sudden, everybody's like, Hades is a great game. It's new. Like, no, it isn't. It came out on the Epic Store last year. Nobody gave a shit. So really, does that 8% help if less people buy it? I don't think so. But, whatever. I'm not a businessman. I'm an asshole on YouTube who's constantly getting fisted by Mama Susan while she says, congratulations, Jacksepticeye, for 8 years of screaming top of the fucking morning. He's losing it, Terry.
The world is burning.
Meme stir bait.
Sweeney, whose company has been embroiled in a battle since launched a direct payment system in its popular Fortnite game to bypass Apple's fees, which led to all of this shit. Apple's like, what are you doing? And Sweeney's like, F you, I created Fortnite. And Apple's like, F you, we own half the world's information. And then, the money slap fight began. It's literally $1 billion company versus $1 trillion company. And Tim Sweeney somehow wants us, you and me, our broke asses, to give a shit. I don't know what the is wrong with the world today, where, I'm supposed to care that a rich man is inconvenienced. Let it go, man. Remember, we're supposed to be cool. Stu, get me my Ritalin. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Asked about Epic's fight with the tech giant, which began in August with its payment system, which led to Apple kicking Fortnite off the App Store. Yeah, that was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. Tim Sweeney was trying to get everybody to rally behind him. He was like, fight for your rights, gamer. Yeah, let's help Tim Sweeney, guys. He even made a video where remember that? Nobody remembers. And it's this whole thing where they're breaking the system, yada, yada, yada. 1984 Orwell bullshit. And it is kind of Orwellian because it's two mega giants fighting with each other over money. And they expect poor people in the middle of a pandemic to give a shit. So whatever, the commercial's dumb. It means absolutely nothing to anybody with more than 2 brain cells to rub together or that isn't a popular streamer for Fortnite, which led to the kicking Fortnite off the App Store, which led to Epic filing a civil lawsuit against Apple in the US, and more newly to begin legal proceedings against Apple in Australia using the same argument that Apple is acting monopolistically, much like every corporation now, YouTube monopoly, whatever. Sweeney didn't mince words. He even likened Epic's ongoing campaign to the fight for civil rights in the U.S.
He's losing his mind. And I'm reaping all the benefits.
Sweeney said, and I quote, "It's everybody's duty to fight. It's not just an opinion that somebody's lawyers might decide, but it's actually our duty to fight that. If we had adhered to all of Apple's terms and, taken their 30% payment processing fee and passed the cost along to our consumer, then that would be Epic colluding with Apple to restrain competition on iOS and to inflate prices for consumers. So going along with Apple's agreement is what is wrong. Companies have been passing the buck to people forever, so I guess I could give Tim Sweeney a pass on that, but really, this ain't no fight for civil rights. This is a fight for you to keep more of your money, which I understand. But don't call it fighting for civil rights. If Tim Sweeney said, fuck that 30% could go in my pocket, I would have said at least he keeping it real. Let him get his money. Or whose ever money. He could have been better off saying the 30% could go to our workers who we constantly put in the crunch to put out new Fortnite Marvel garbage because Disney's hemorrhaging cash like a dying animal in the street that was hit by a Dodge Ram, and we need to make back as much money as we can for Papa Mickey because the theme parks are closed, the movie theaters aren't open, and Star Wars new trilogy did not fly out the way they thought it would. Disney needs money, and so do I. And I said, he's keeping it real. Sweeney is keeping it real. Well, anyway, Sweeney replied to this tweet because of course he would. It's a good article. Hey, critics, please read what I said and tell me if it's actually wrong. When the rules were wrongful, it was right to disobey them. That's the comparison to the civil rights movement. No, Sweeney, don't do this again. Sweeney, you lost your damn mind. Sweeney, no white cop is dragging your ass out of a line marching and letting a dog gnarl on your balls, Sweeney. You're not being sprayed. Like, Sweeney isn't coming into the goddamn courtroom and the CEO of Apple jumps up with like a water hose and sprays Sweeney back out that damn doors. Sweeney. It's like, they are oppressing me. You know what I'm waiting for somebody to do? Photoshop Tim Sweeney next to Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. But then again, me saying that might get me in trouble. Remember, I'm not white, but since I sound white, I get all the negativities of whitedom. They're like, oh, he's a racist and a homophobe. He's a Trump supporter. I was called a Proud Boy once. I didn't even know what the hell that was. Oh my God, Sweeney, you're a trip, baby. That's got to be one of the most amazing false equivalency arguments ever made. A CEO of a billion-dollar company claiming that the fact he has to pay a store to distribute his product is like the fight for black people to be treated as an equal human. I'm with Rob Tanner. I'm with you, Tanner. My mother told me about what it's like when she had to enter stores from the back of the store. Wasn't allowed to go through the front fucking door. Meanwhile, Tim Sweeney's like, I was just like your mother. Oh, Lord, I got a tear in my eye. Sweeney, you made my day. The comparison wasn't the comparison wasn't to the wrongs being fought. There is no comparison, but the means to fight them. The question that was directly asked is why Epic broke Apple's rule. The answer, Sweeney, all you had to do was just keep it real. Like, I honestly think he tried to use the whole political nuttiness that's going on right now to get people to get behind him. Because it didn't work when he told all the Fortnite Zoomers to like band with him to go against Apple. Like, really? You expect Fortnite kids who love their Apple phones to yell at Apple? They're a slave to two fucking corporations. It's like trying to get your kid to pick between mommy and daddy. Which one you like better? Oh, these choices. I'm done, Stu. I'm done. I'm not reading the rest of this because I will be sitting here for the next 30 or 40 minutes. Sweeney, Apple's monopoly and insidious business practices on the App Store are akin to the Jim Crow laws. That's funny. It's also oh God. No more, Stu. I'm not doing it, man. Like, this is just a well of, and he's actually like replying to people. Stop it, Sweeney. You know, I can't. It's like, I see where he's coming from, but it's also stupid, you know? It's a dumb move to make. It would be like the equivalent of me comparing not being able to get a PlayStation 5 to the potato famine. You know what I'm saying? Do you see, Sweeney, where I'm getting at here? How these things aren't equal? Let it go. Fuck it. I'm glad the avatar isn't on, because it would have broke from all the movements I was actually making.